A violent home invasion sending one man to the hospital this morning. 2 people are behind bars as police look for a 3rd suspect. Columbia police found Javante Garrett in the trunk of a car on East 17th Street early yesterday morning after he was shot in the head. He was rushed to Vanderbilt and is in critical but stable condition. Officers arrested Michael Martin and Kachora Kathy on robbery and attempted murder charges. They are still looking for Joey Scribner. There's his picture. If you have any idea where Scribner may be, contact police at 931-381-4900.
The investigation continues into the deadly attacks on 2 Chattanooga military facilities.
Hundreds of people gathered yesterday mourning the deaths of those 5 service members who died in the attack, including Navy Petty Officer Randall Smith, who died from his injuries on Saturday. Meantime, the FBI continues to investigate the shooter, Mohammed Abdulaziz. So far, they have not been able to determine a motive, but we're told his family is cooperating with the investigators. In fact, the family released a statement over the weekend saying in part, quote, "There are no words to describe our shock, horror, and grief. The person who committed this horrible crime was not the son we knew and loved. Now is the time to reflect on the victims and their families, and we feel it would be inappropriate to say anything more other than that we are truly sorry for their loss." End of quote. We went ahead and posted their full statement on our website, newschannel5.com.
Nashville's Muslim community canceled its Ramadan celebration this weekend. Instead, dozens of members of the Nashville Islamic Center held a vigil last night for the fallen service members.
Paying our respects, showing that, this is not a representation of the religion, this is not a representation of, the people that are here. This is, one heinous act. And we're here to just show support and tribute to the people that have fallen and, give back to the community, show that we're one big family.
And of course, we're continuing to follow this story. We'll bring you updates both on air and online, newschannel5.com.
A killer is still on the run this morning after a shooting spree early yesterday in North Nashville. Detectives think that Isaac Gilbert was involved in some kind of fight over a dice game at the Trinity Hills Village apartment complex when someone pulled a gun and shot him. So far, no suspects have been identified. You know anything about this? Call Crime Stopper 615-74-CRIME.
A man found seriously injured on the side of the road remains in critical condition this morning, but police still don't know what happened to him. Officers found Daryl Irvin near the interstate off-ramp by Trinity Lane Friday night. He'd suffered serious traumatic injuries. We're told Irvin is homeless, and anyone who may have seen something or maybe knows anything about his whereabouts that night is asked to call police. And to some, it's known as $5 insanity, but police say it's trouble. It's a new hybrid of bath salts known as Flocka, and it makes people do some pretty strange things, including run around like in this video here without clothes on. Of course, we blurred some of that out for you. It's become quite a problem in Florida.
Do you think it's coming this way from the south?
It just has been making waves in Florida as, I guess you can say, the epicenter, and it is potentially spreading across the United States.
The Tennessee Poison Control is now keeping an eye out for reports of its use here in Middle Tennessee. So how dangerous is it, and what do you need to know? Nick Bears has the exclusive story today at 4 p.m.
We could find out today if Williamson County School Director Dr. Mike Looney moves up a little bit geographically and takes the top job in Metro. After being named Metro's first choice as the school director last week, Williamson County School Board scrambled and proposed to offer Looney a contract extension. The board's expected to vote on that tonight. Dr. Looney can accept that and stay in Williamson County or see what Metro has to offer. That meeting is at 6 tonight. We'll be there. Look for the latest on News Channel 5 at 10 o'clock.